Dan,
Yeah.
we're by the greenhouse today.
That's your.
We're getting ready to kind of prep it for food to go in the ground.
Yeah.
You guys know the windstorm kind of destroyed it about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago for us.
Yeah.
And then we spoke with our neighbors about this, and they said, guys, maybe you don't want to have your high tunnel just covered right now, because really any crops that you'll put in there will burn.
Yeah.
So the reason why we kind of set up the greenhouse when we did is just we just wanted to have that project done and then another item ticked off our to-do list.
Yeah. Exactly.
But now it's getting evident that if we use it with the cover, our crops will suffer.
Yeah. And
It's-
the wind will rip through it anyhow. So.
Yes, because it needs severe improvement or adaptation for our complex.
Yes.
But we still need that space to grow vegetable.
Yeah. So we have to just adapt it a bit to what we see need fit, I think, and take it from there.
Yes. Today we're also getting some extra help.
Yeah, we do have a visitor coming to help us out a bit.
You know this person, most of you will, but we'll keep it a surprise for a bit later in the video.
Let's just say she helped us put on the roof on the house.
Yes, she did.
Mm.
So Dan, pimping up the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it! So then let's look at the damages that the windstorm did.
Yeah.
The guys already know that the cover got ripped.
Yeah, it flew off, and I don't know really how to explain it because we secured the structure in the ground with branches and we tied it down, so the structure is more secure than it needs to be. But with the high winds, it kind of the wind came from the south, and then it just pushed the whole structure and made it collapse. Luckily, we had the fence taking up a bit of the lead, so it didn't completely fold over, but it kind of left us with kinks in the where it's supposed to be round. It's completely flattened out, so we just put some post clamps on it to make it round again, and then we had to joint in here. It almost completely went off. So what we did, we took a piece of branch from a castanea tree, carved it into size, and then we put it in and just put rivets in it so it holds the structure up. And you can see some evidence here of the folding where we don't, because that's in the middle of the joint, and I think it's gonna be fine. So we're not really gonna do anything, but that's what happened to that side as well.
The other thing that we did, Dan, you've added some crust.
Yeah, just to take up a bit of, because after the incident, shall we say, everything kind of become a bit wobbly. So we just added some cross ropes to take up the wobbly part and make sure that it doesn't sway too much. And it's supposed to be temporary, but I think it's gonna be permanent. We might change it later on for something else than nylon rope. It might be metal wire of sorts, but let's see how it goes. I think what we're thinking now, of course, we're gonna do the rows and define the growth space and all that, but in the end, I think we're gonna end up with some sort of netting and some shade tarping for the summer to have the wind going through as freely as possible, but also keep the sun from burning the crops and keep the heat escaping the tunnel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Planning is that we're gonna have the stone standing up like that.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
So if you tie a string from there to there,
Yeah.
and then we edge the side, and then we dig down as wide as these are.
Yeah.
Like 10 centimeters maybe. And then we stand the stones up, and then we start backfilling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Help is arriving. We're now on the second day working on the rows in what will eventually be a greenhouse.
Or a house of vegetables.
It's just hoops now.
Yeah.
And 2 rows. But the next row that we need to think about is the central one, which is going to be the biggest one. So we're thinking about doing a row that is 1 meter wide, more or less at the center of the greenhouse.
We have to see how much space we end up in the walkways, because we need to be able to walk there as well, and not just one foot in front of the other, right?
Yeah, it's totally.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So today we're going to be digging, we're going to be placing stones, but
we're gonna progress with the build.
That's it. Alrighty, let's continue.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the light, and the
Alright, so we decided to add some branches and some sticks and some twigs at the bottom of this bed just to build up the soil, but also to save us from carrying literally what would be about 30 wheelbarrow load of dirt. And that also means like hacking away 30 barrel load of dirt. So Dan had the idea to put sticks at the bottom of the beds, and I think it's a really good idea. Already we're starting to build up our soil for the many years to come. So that's good news.
And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. The last one I think about.
That's so good. Are you okay? Maybe better with the other one
Which one?
in front. Bit wider.
I can take this one and then just put, like I've done on these things, one in the back.
Oh, okay. So we didn't sieve our soil this time.
Not this time. But we can do it if you want to.
Maybe that, huh? What do you think?
Huh?
Maybe not, huh? What do you think?
Maybe not. I think maybe not this time. It looks like a mini bug.
It looks like a million bucks. It's so cool. Alrighty. Well, we're tired. we're, we're gonna go and have dinner. But tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow we're planting. Awesome. So Dan, it's a bit frisky today, is it?
It is.
Yesterday we had rain, a lot of rain.
Yeah, it's very humid and damp today.
For sure. But that means that it gave us the time to go to Vinhais and then buy a few things that we had missing.
Correct.
Notably, we bought two of those nets. They're supposed to be butterfly nets, but we think they'll be possibly good enough to keep the chickens out of the garden.
Yeah, that's the hope at least.
Now, when it comes to the dogs, we're just going to have to positively reinforce and then just good boys when they're out of the greenhouse area.
Yeah, we have to monitor them today, I think, to teach them not to go there, because that one will for sure destroy everything in the middle of the night if he gets the opportunity.
When we went to Vinhais yesterday as well, we also got the chance to buy some more pepper seedlings, 3 or 4 of them, just to replace everything that Elroy destroyed last week. Well, so today we're going to be installing the netting, installing the shade cloth over the greenhouse, and we're also going to be telling you a bit more about the hose that Vibor sent us.
Yeah, and also hope that the sun can come out.
It is a bit fresh.
Yeah.
It is so fresh.
Very humid.
For sure.
Bone cold.
But it's early morning, like we're talking maybe 8:30 right now. So usually the morning starts fresh, and then as the day go by, we just take off layers and layers.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Dan, let's get installing this net.
Let's do it.
Okay, Stevie, you can get out of something then. Get out of the way. Awesome.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to
Yeah, we have
the
overlap in
ones
the middle,
who
really
lost
doesn't
their
matter,
hope.
right?
But no, not at all. It's almost good if we do. It's just gonna give more space for the shake cloth to be on there.
Yeah.
And in case you guys wondered, these nets, they were pretty cheap, $4.90 each. So a lot cheaper than chicken wire. Now, of course, it's not going to be as resistant for the beast, but we're really hoping that we're going to be able to keep them under control, because really putting chicken wire on this entire structure would have been far too expensive for us right now.
It shall start with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure. No, not like yours. Dreaming of you. What if the wind could spread your love?
Right now, guys, we're actually using one of the tips you gave us. Thank you. So we've got this rope that we're going to be tying over the shade tent or shade cloth and then just to try to stabilize it. So your tips are super handy. Keep them coming. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? We need those tips.
Yeah, I think we do it like that, huh?
Totally. You were right, people. You were right. Okay, so
Maybe we should have
even two of them.
one in each end here, and then we do another one on the other side of that one, and then continue doing it, and then we can come back to this as well.
Sounds great. Okay, guys, so out of the two ends of the greenhouse, one of them still has some little bits of rope left onto it. And so what we're thinking right now, just to make it easy just to get in and out of the greenhouse, we're going to be using it and zip tying it around the entrance because the zipper is still intact. So yeah, it says a lot about the zipper itself. The zippers seem to be very, very good quality on that greenhouse.
Yeah. Try it.
Yeah.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder.
Did we rescue it? Maybe for now. Now, all we have to do is to get planting. Ah, yay. Okay, I'll bring the stuff that needs to go in the greenhouse
It really makes me wonder.
Pimiento perdón, which is a Spanish pepper. All of those are Roma, so plum tomatoes. And then right here, we have a lot of herb growing. So yeah, and I'll go inside to get some more stuff. Okay. Although we have a lot of tomato seedling there, you guys have like suggested heavily that we get some beef heart tomatoes. So we went to Vinhais yesterday and they were selling seedlings. I think they were like 35 cents each. So yeah, we got two of them. Hopefully they'll take, and hopefully we'll have a bountiful harvest. Now, I also have some Spanish pepper seedling just to replace what Elroy destroyed a few weeks ago. Or not a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago or something like that. But I've got 3 of them, and I'm going to be on the lookout for more. It's just the seller didn't know if they were the banana type or if they were like more the round type. So yeah, 3 for now is good. But the next time that we go to Bragança, we're going to be shopping for more seedlings. So I'm really starting to think if it's really worth it just to buy the seed and go through the seedling process. I think for peppers, for us, given the fact that the seedlings are so cheap and they come in really, really good quality, we might be buying this next year instead of going through the whole shebang of planting the seedlings and caring for them and watering them. With the dogs and the tiny house, space is limited, at least for now.
But next year, everything is gonna be a bit more set up, so who knows?
I think it's just because it's the first year, like, we were still building the kitchen when we were trying to start seedlings.
Yeah.
So if there's any lesson to take out of this, it's just maybe don't try to tackle too much at once like we did. It gets to you. It's very, very stressful. At some point it's just too much stuff happening. So yeah. But tomatoes we eat a lot of, like an insane amount. I think it's my favorite. I'm gonna say vegetable, but I know that it's a fruit. But it's my favorite ingredient to cook with. It's so versatile, and I hope they'll be sweet and meaty because we're planning to do a lot of tomato canning next year or this year after the growing season. Anyway, let's see. So we're gonna start. Okay, so what we decided to do was that we're gonna put all the tomatoes in the center because they'll need to be like tied at some point, and that's where we've got the metal bar on the greenhouse. So, and then the peppers on that side. Yes? Yes, Dan?
You're the chief gardening officer, right?
I'm the chief gardening officer.
That's big stuff.
Okay.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm,
Basil or basil. I can never decide whether I say tomato or basil or basil.
Oregano.
Yeah, I can never decide that. It's like, this is a well-traveled accent, people.
you're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh yeah, I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay
We got 5 to give to Enrique, and then peppers. Then we need to find a place to plant our sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes. Awesome. Awesome.
That's done.
Ah,
Pretty cool, huh?
it's just so good. Like, it literally feels that we had a mountain to climb to get here. But we're at the top now, and the view is amazing.
Here's great.
Oh, like the only seed that we have left the only things that we have left to plant. I'd like to put some pumpkin. We've got the Portuguese garden over there, so I'd like to put some pumpkins in the ground. And we have 4 courgette seedlings that we got in Vinhais as well. Because we're planning to have rabbits, we just think that these are crops that are just very prolific. They work really well in the region. We know that our neighbors, for example, they get courgette that are really massive. So we think that could be a really good source of food for the rabbits, right? And so will the pumpkin. And
You
you
can
know,
also eat them.
we can also eat them. I love pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup for Halloween. Pumpkin pies. There's so many things to do with pumpkins. So yeah, I think just pumpkins, some courgette, and some sweet potatoes. We got, I want to say 4, but maybe 5 sprouts of sweet potatoes. We bought 4 in vintage because our sweet potato is just a really, really slow grower. But I did manage to get 1 good seedling out of it. Will I be able to get more? Good question. We have to see. Well, with everything planted now, all that's left is to water it.
Yeah.
And we have a really, really cool thing to water it with, right?
Yeah, although it's not in the final place, but we still need some tubing and fittings and stuff that we haven't bought. But since we have a lot of hose, we don't really have to have it in the final place because it reaches all the way to our gardens, both gardens now, from the outdoor kitchen, which is great.
Yes. So what is there to say about this awesome Vibor hose?
I say the first thing I have to say is the nozzle.
Dan's in love with it.
Because you don't have to push it like a gun used to. You just open it up like a fire hose and then it watches on and then you turn it off, which is pretty awesome, I have to say. Because all these, every time you have these guns that you press a trigger, even
Yeah.
if you have like a clicker to so it stays there, it always leaks at the trigger finger. And I like to have gloves and they always get wet, which I don't really like.
And this one, we've installed it. Actually, we've connected it about, I say, more than a few weeks ago.
When we set up the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm. And then we've tested it just to make sure that we were really, really happy with it before we recommend it to you.
Yeah. And I also have to say, when we first opened it, it was like we have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 settings, which I said we're never gonna use more than one, but we also used them all actually.
We really do. The one that was puzzling you was there's one with the angle like this.
Yeah.
Shoot it like that if you don't mind.
Oh, which one?
Find it. Yeah.
Angle, is it?
Yeah.
No.
That's one of the angle. This one, yeah.
I was like, what do you need this one for? But it proves to be very good when we do watering the potato towers.
Yeah, totally. So yes, this Vibor hose is 35-meter long, and really we're super, super happy with it. It's been heavily tested,
Yeah.
and if you're looking for a good hose, our money's on that one. Huh?
Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Mm-mm.
And it's 35 meters, is it?
Yeah, 35-meter hose, and I mean the nozzle is great. Nothing leaks. We've tested.
And
The boys have stepped on it as well.
And this one is adjustable, so if you feel like having it retracted more than this, you can just slide this one thing. And also I have to say, like the interior of the mechanics where it retracts the hose, it has some sort of mechanical thing, so it follows, so it feeds the hose in exactly where it's supposed to be, back and forward, so you don't end up with a bundle of just, yeah, you know.
Yeah, a bundle of not so joyful joy.
Chowlies, and it's
Yes, yes.
so it's really good, and it's self-retractable. You just have to find the, I don't know what it's called even. Like it's a spring in there, and then you find you pull it out, and it just like a vacuum
the
cleaner.
cord, yeah, the cord of a vacuum cleaner. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a good hose for the summer, that's a really, really good one. We've been using it.
And it also comes with another handle, a normal twister sprayer.
That's right, it does. It does. We've only been using this one though.
I don't see why we shouldn't use.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Because also this, we haven't tested Weaver's twister sprayer. It's one of those nozzles that you just twist the top of it. But in Spain we had, let's say, 6 or 7, and they all ended up to just, you couldn't stop spraying anymore. So.
And in Spain we had but a couple of similar of those as well, all broken after a few weeks of using them.
But all of them were with trigger buttons because we couldn't find this type.
Yes.
No existe.
No existe. But this one is really awesome. So if you're looking for a good hose, check out Vivor's site. If you want to, you can use our affiliate link in the description. You don't have to, but it's really up to you. Using our affiliate link just means that if you end up making a purchase, a small percentage of your purchase will go to us. at no extra cost to you.
Yeah.
So it's one of the great ways that you can support our homestead.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Dan, do you want to show it up close? Because, I mean, you're really in love with that thing.
I don't know.
It's well used already. And then it says all the, or maybe I don't know. It says all the settings on it as you twist. Oh.
Yeah, we love that hose.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's
But
really
now
good.
it's time to water the garden. We
Yeah.
have crops in the ground. Yay!
It was hard work to get the.
Oh, it was hard work. If there's anything to say, I think we kind of maybe underestimated the amount of work it would take just to get these crops in the ground. It's first year of homesteading. It's buying a lot of tools. We're really grateful for that hose because we didn't have to buy it. It's also a lot of work to set up your greenhouse and a lot of work just to get your crops and everything started. So I think if I have a tip to give you, if you're new to homesteading and if it's your first year, don't even attempt to buy or to start seedlings. It's just too much work. The seedling itself, they're pretty cheap. Try it for next year.
Don't try to build a house at the same time.
Yeah, don't try to build a house at the same time.
I don't think you have to worry that much because it's rained quite heavily yesterday, so the soil is all
Already
wet.
very moist.
Yeah. Just gonna give them some extra encouragement.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so very much for joining us for this video. It's a big milestone.
Have it done.
It's a big milestone.
Yeah.
It's a big milestone. We hope you've enjoyed this video and let us know what you think about the fix that we did, if it's going to work or if it's going to be a massive fail. Because last time you were right. So thanks again for watching. See you next week.
See you.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.